For one whole week, I tried to put aside my daily driver, the iPhone 10, and made Xiaomi Mi A1 my primary device. So how did it go? We're about to find out. Hey, what's good? I'm Wale from Geek10G, and this is my review of Xiaomi Mi A1. Like I mentioned in the unboxing video, this device looks very much like the iPhone 7 Plus. Xiaomi replicates the design down to the antenna lines. The design looks good, and I tell you, it feels pretty good to hold, but it's not extraordinary because I've seen it before. But unlike the iPhone 7 Plus, you have your 3.5mm audio port, a fingerprint sensor at the back, and a set of backlit keys just below the screen. Talking about the display, it packs the standard LCD display you would expect to see on a $200 smartphone. So far, you're not comparing it with an OLED display from Samsung. It's okay. It looks good and saturation is alright in my opinion. Sunlight legibility is good, but if you're being extra picky, you may notice that colors look a little bit washed out in bright sunlight. A regular user will probably not notice this. There's a blue light filter feature called Night Light. It's standard with Android Oreo, and you can adjust the intensity from the settings. Pretty cool, especially if you have versatile blue lights on your phone. One thing I love most with the display is the fact that you can make the font extra tiny. When I pick up a new phone, one of the first things I do is to go to the display settings and set the font size to the smallest. This phone lets me go further than I usually go. With this, the phone tends to fit more on the screen than other devices supporting the same screen size. Battery life on the Mi A1 is surprisingly good. I was expecting a crappy battery life with a 3080 mAh battery. Thanks to stock Android operating system, optimization is on point. The battery gets me through the day, and that's what matters most. On a good day, you could get up to 8 hours on screen time depending on what you're doing with the phone. I'm mostly on Wi-Fi, so I wouldn't know what the battery looks like on 4G. It takes about 1 hour 40 minutes to fully charge if you've already updated to Android Oreo. On Android Nougat, it's about 2 hours. As you already know, this phone runs pure Android OS. No customizations, no bloatware, nothing. Just Android the way Android should be. And if you've been holding back from picking up a Xiaomi device because of MIUI, this is the phone you've been looking for. Initially it came with Android 7, but I got an OTA update and it's now on Android Oreo with January security patch. Like other Android One phones, you should expect software updates for at least 2 years. And you can be sure that Xiaomi Mi A1 will get Android P whenever it's released. Performance is quite good. Not a flagship level performance, but it's quite great. The combination of a decent hardware plus great software gives impressive results. Xiaomi Mi A1 has Snapdragon 625 processor, the same one on Xiaomi Mi Max and Xiaomi Redmi Note 4X. It's got 4GB of random access memory. The unit I have comes with 32GB storage, but you should probably go for the 64GB version. This thing gets filled up real quick. I'm not really heavy on mobile gaming these days, but I did try out a couple of games and they run just fine. The phone will practically run whatever you throw at it. The global version of Xiaomi Mi A1 supports 4G LTE on quite a number of bands. I was able to use 4G network on MTN and 9 Mobile, but unfortunately I couldn't get NTL and Smile to work even though the phone supported their network bands. I had the same issue on Xiaomi Mi Max 2. Talking about the camera at this point is like saving the best for the last. The rear has a dual camera setup, a feature hard to come by on devices in this price range. In good light conditions, the camera takes great pictures. Great details and color production is close to natural. I really like the camera, but low light photography is not just good. Little detail and lots of noise. I've come to accept this when it comes to mid-range phones. However, portrait mode on Xiaomi Mi A1 is awesome. Edges are well defined most of the time. One thing worth mentioning is the camera bump. I personally don't mind having this on the phone, I don't care, but I think if you're gonna leave the bump there, make sure the lens cover is extra hard. I've got a scratch on the lens already. You sure need to put a case on this phone. The phone has just one speaker ear at the bottom, and to me the sound output is definitely not one of the best I've heard. Any major deal breaker? I can't think of any. I can't find a good reason not to recommend this phone. Of course you can get it all at $200. You still have to deal with poor low light photography, a not so good selfie camera, but the performance is good. Battery life is very acceptable, great dual camera at the back, stock Android, all for just $200. You can buy it on GearBest, and I'm leaving the link down in the description below. That's my review of Xiaomi Mi A1, and I'll catch you in the next video hopefully. Stay safe.